Hello everybody, welcome back to Explain 11. My name is Micah, and today we get to check out the 737-700 by Audio. He is a fabulous creator, works hand in hand with Zebo, has done the audio and lots of other things that had just made 737-800 much better. And today he took on, well, not today, but he took on the project of the 737-700, which is the, of course, shorter model of the 737, and he released it a few days ago, and I'm now just getting around to it. But it looks awesome, looks very detailed, and looks pretty awesome, looks great. So we're gonna get into the cockpit. We're gonna be flying a short flight today from Seattle to Portland, just to kind of get a first look and try it out. So we're going to go ahead and bring up the checklist, which did come with the aircraft. You see here, introduction. This is the, it just went away. I'll just bring up this. So, see, it asks us parking brake, landing gear lever, speed brake lever, flap lever, manual gear extension. And those are all already closed and set correctly. So we'll go ahead and turn the battery on. Standby power is on the auto. Bus transfer switch is closed, and ground power doesn't come on. But I gotta connect the ground power unit first. Let's go ahead and connect the GPU first. Then we're gonna hit it. You're gonna notice it's gonna be basically just like the 800 in regards to setup and everything, because in reality they are almost exactly identical. It's just a difference in the length of the actual aircraft itself and how many passengers it can hold. So it says we got 8 minutes for the IRS to align. That is fine. We're going to go ahead and check ELT is guarded. Service interphone is off. EE switches, those are guarded and off, or on and guarded. Passenger oxygen is guarded. Any gear indicators are all green. We're going to do a mock test 1, mock test 2, stall warning test 1, stall warning test 2. It's interesting that they're having you do all this first. You can see there's a definitely different flow to this checklist than the 800. So I'm not sure what exactly is the difference, but you know, it is what it is. That seems a bit far out. Let me bring up my camera here. I'm going to adjust this so we can see a little bit better. That's better. All right, so it wants us to verify our measurements. So we go in here and I believe CDU pre-flight. Actually, that's going to be down here, isn't it? I believe, or no, maybe it is in here. I'm not sure. Let me go back to menu. I guess it is good. Not sure exactly what it's asking me to do there, but I'm already in kilograms anyway, so that's fine. And go ahead and set. It wants me to set the chocks, so I'll set the chocks. So we're going to go down here, verify the model and engine rating is correct, which it is. Verify navigation data is active, which it is. Verify the time is correct, which it also is. So that all looks fine to me. And yep, and we're going to go pull the left IRS and set that. Actually, I guess we can't really do that yet because the IRS hasn't been aligned. Preset. Enter the preset of the present position. Well, we can't do that until it is aligned here, which I have 5 more minutes before it's aligned. I think I can change that in the settings here to where it's faster. Yeah, that's kilograms. Where is it? There's somewhere in here. There's a is it under realism? There it is. We'll make it short. See if that changed it. Actually, I think I have to turn it off. and then go back to nav. Yeah, there you go. So 1 minute and it'll be aligned. So we'll wait for that alignment to be completed here. And then we'll set our IRS position. In the meantime, we can go and pull up my chart here, or my flight plan. Not a lot of fuel we're going to be using today. Not a big deal. And we also want to pull up Seattle as well. That way we have the current barometer reading altimeter of 3015. We also want to bring up our destination of Portland, 3012. That's great. Simple, simple, simple. Just waiting. Yeah, so far I'm pleased with the aircraft. I think it looks beautiful, and I'm very happy with it. All right, so now it's saying that. So we're going to go and pull. Now we're going to pull it. There we go. Now we're going to do a route, and we're going to be flying from Seattle to Portland. Flight number, Delta Airlines flight, it's on my 3421. 3421 flight number, and that looks good. Origin destination set, that's set, enter, and activate. That, okay. And departure, select execute runway departure. So departure from Seattle, it wants us to take, what was it? 16 left. No SID. So 16 left. And then we'll go to the legs page. Verify route and clear discount. Well, there is no money, so I think we're good there. All right, that's kind of interesting. So I just wanted to do that before we do any of the others, which kind of makes sense in real life. You're not going to have all the other information, but yeah, anyway, we're going to go back to our route here, and we're going to at least put in our next waypoint, which is SEA. And then we're going to go and put our arrival as well, which is Crater 2, transition Buswell, and we're landing on what, 10 right, ILS 10 right. Go and execute that. Now we'll check our legs and look for discontinuities. And delete that vector. I don't want a vector. That looks good. Okay, now we'll go to this. And we need to go ahead and input our fuel amounts here so we can go in to our charts and pull up our fuel. Total of 4.3. Oh, not payload. Fuel 4.3. Our payload today, let me do the real quick calculations. Go to my calculator. Do 75 kilograms per person. That's average weight between male and female per person times 80. So 6,000 plus 2 tons of payload cargo. So it's going to be 8,000 today. 8 tons. All right, that works. Now we're going to pull our zero fuel weight. Our plan 3.3. Our reserves are it's going to be 2.3. Yeah, 2.3. Cost index will be 30. Cruising altitude today 017. Our cruising winds 334027. And our top of climb outside temperature is -17. Going to execute that. So all of that is completed. Yes, the fuel is sufficient for the flight. Verify speed and altitude restrictions. Let's go and verify that. That looks fine. Looks fine to me. 205, that's fine. Just interesting, it increases though. 210, 210 all the way. That looks fine to me. I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm good with that. All right. So M1 limit, go and pull the outside temperature right now, which is 10 degrees Celsius. Correct. We are going to select our full. That's fine. Take off. We're going to go flaps 5. Turn to page 2. Oh, before take. Fine. So right now the runway is dry. Runway wind. What is our winds right now? I'll pull that up. It is on this. That 20 at 6 knots. So 020/06. There we go. That's already got the OAT done. Looks fine to me. Now, yep, pull center of gravity, trim, and we'll put the V1, VR, and V2. All right. IRS alignment is done. Yes, it is. Flight control panel, yaw dampener coming on. Alternate flaps, those are all shut. Those are all good. Those are all normal, and that's on auto. Do our test of our fire. As such, okay. APU start, we're going to do aft pump on 1, 2, 3, release. And wait for that to start up. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Turn this on. Chimes go auto. Do attend. Looks like we got APU power, so switch to APU. Power test. Overheat. And turn them on. Probe switches are off. Hydraulics are on off. Air conditioning panel. Air temperature source selector as needed. I'm good with having it on auto. I'm good with that. Trim air switch on. Temperature selectors as needed. I did, yes. Yes, we're good. Fan switches are on auto. They are. Why are you saying that they're not? Because they are. Okay. Air packs should be on auto, which they are. Those are on. The APU bleed comes on. Flight altitude indicator flying today is 17. 17. Landing. What is my landing? At Portland, that is going to be 23 feet. So basically 0. So we'll keep it at 0. Pressurization selectors on auto. And just going through all my lights and everything. Make sure we're all good. Yes, yes. Wheel well light. Well, we'll keep it off. Don't need that. Steady. And wing will stay off. Okay. Courses need to be set. And that's going to be based off our departure here. Which we're taking off 16. So we're going to pull up airport information. All right, 16, 164. So these will be 164. This will be 164. And this will be 164 as well. Flight director is coming on. Bank angle selector should be 25. Autopilot disengage bar should be up, which it is. All right. So we're going to go and set our, well, I guess we're going to set it for minimums first, which is interesting, but that's fine. We can do that. So barometric pressure, and we're going to, airport elevation is, where is it? 433. So 1,433 will be our barometric pressure here. Okay, done, done. And what else? Flight path vector switch as needed. Okay, well that's already, better switch. Okay, barometric reference selector, inches, yes. Select your QNH. So this is going to be 3015. So we'll go and do 3015. We're going to put it on this one as well. 3015. Done. Done. The selector is already on map. Center switch. Okay. Yes. Yes. Master lights test. Test. Looks great. And come off test 1 and 2. I'm just trying to get through this checklist. I wonder if the testing is. It is. Does work. Auto brakes going to RTO. Fuel flow should be reset, then rate. Cargo fire panel test. All right, we don't have any VHF communications because we're not talking to anybody, but we can go ahead, excuse me, and set my transponder. I got a frog in my throat randomly. CG display, yes. Let me go over here and change this as well to 3015, so we don't have an out disagreement. And when bugs are good, auto throttle should be armed. Lock selector should be 132. LNAV, it's interesting. They want you to do that before you start taxiing. I'm going to keep that off for now. Initial altitude, we're going to go and set the cruising altitude today. Yes, yes. And so get go ahead and get our taxi or pushback here. Ground surface is better pushback. Request.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go back like this. Looks great.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
I think that's the right way to do it. Hold on. Nope. Dang it. Hold on. Let me try this again. And you go this way.
Ground to
That
cockpit.
works.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Come on over.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right. So that's good. We're going to wait for the connect to start pushing us back for our engine start.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Sorry, guys, my mic was muted. I was just going through the checklist like normal. Getting all this set and ready to go. Waiting for 25 and adding. Oh, come on, and adding fuel. There we go. Looks good. And we'll go left. Go ground. Waiting for N2 to hit 25. Going up. Alright, engine switch is coming on. Probes coming on. Into ice not required.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Let's go into auto. Go and set the parking brake for them. Isolation valves.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Auto. APU bleeds off. APU is coming off. Engine start switches going both in continuous. Flaps we're going to set for takeoff. Set 5. Trim's set for takeoff, which is 4 point. Basically 4. Flight controls, we'll check those. System, push forward, pull back, go left, go right, and yep, those look good to me. make that blank. Taxi clearance, say we already got that. Taxi lights on.
Tow is
Left to right
disconnected
runway.
and bypass bin has
As
been removed.
required.
Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
All right, appreciate it. Parking brakes released. Oh look, there's an aircraft taking off right there. And we're on our way. Brakes test. Looks good to me. V card, speed bugs already set. They did that automatically. Taxi lights are staying on till we get to our runway. Definitely feels like this thing is a lot harder to steer on the ground. I'm wondering if there's a oh, the tiller's not moving. Why isn't the tiller moving? This is not a thing? Like, I am not able to turn this thing like it's supposed to be able to turn. Okay, okay. Something's up. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Yoke movement. Okay, that's not it. General config. Are the chocks off? Yeah, chocks are off. Okay, that's not it. Hardware. Nose wheel access on yaw. Throttle and nose lock. Park brake remove chocks. AT engage the yoke auto center. Let me see if it's actually changing, if it's actually turning the... Okay, it is. Now it's working. There we go. So yeah, it was not turning. So yeah, so now the tiller's moving. Okay, I was like, something's not right. I should be able to turn a lot faster than that. See, we got multiple aircraft coming in to land today. Can LNAV be activated now? No, it can't. Okay. Wonder about that sometimes. Again, this is brand new. I'm sure there's things that he's going to have to fix on it. So some of these things that haven't worked, not too worried about it. Obviously, things will improve as time goes on. Corrections will be made to the checklists. I am perfectly confident in AudioBird and his ability. The Zebo and the 900 team are fabulous creators, but they don't do this for a living. They don't get paid for this. They do this as a service to us simmers out there. They take no donations, though. I do know that, but I don't know exactly where they do. So if you do feel inclined, I'm sure you can find that out. Just taxiing out runway 16 left. Once we get there, we will take off and head up to the sky. on our way to Portland. I'm actually going to take this taxiway right here, even though it's not the full runway. It's just, to me, it works fine. Don't have that hump we have to get over either. It's plenty of runway to take off anyway, so we'll take this one here. So before we get on, we're going to go ahead and turn our taxi light off. Landing lights coming on. Positions light going strobe and steady. Transponder TARA. Weather radar is coming on. Train radar first officer is coming on. Flight directors are on. Alright, let's go ahead and get off the ground here. Stabilized at 40 of N1. Took that turn a little fast, but that's okay. Hit M1. Keep the throttle down.
$80 knots.
Ooh, this thing gets ups and goes, doesn't it?
V1 rotate.
Alright, rotating, coming up.
Positive rate.
Positive rates, gear is going to come up. Holding at 15.
400.
Oh, that was the awesome sound of those landing gear, of the tires rotating there. That was cool.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Let's see if there we go. Go and do a command there, and we'll go ahead and flaps coming up all the way. Now this goes off. Auto brakes coming off. Powers are adjusted. Altimeters, we're not going to set the standards. They're going to stay because we're not going to transition through 18. But we will do the 10,000 feet. So far, so good. I just skipped like the flight leg and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't really worried about that this time. And let's see. So we're going to go and get rid of that. Going to pull up Portland here. The approach, we're using ILS runway 10 right. So I'll pull this up. Alright, so we're going to be using ILS frequency of 110.5. We can go and program that into our 110.5. Do it on both sides here. And we'll go ahead and make that active as well. And rest approach altitude is going to be 5,000 feet. I'm going to check my legs here. Switch this to my plan. I just want to check this real fast. Should have done it on the ground, but that's okay. Let me zoom out here. Ooh, that's a weird looking little thing, isn't it? Voodoo to Dua, I guess. I think I'm going to get rid of that one right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Let's delete that one. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. Then come in. That looks like a good approach to me. I am content with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. Now reach an altitude where it's safe. Fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available, complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express
1,000 to
card
go.
to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
That was a pretty good briefing right there. I feel like that may be an actual one they have recorded or something. But very well done there. That was pretty cool. Pretty much spot on what actually goes down. So our arrival is the Crater 2 RNAV arrival. As you can see, we are already getting close to the arrival here into the area. Then Crater, then Helen's. You see Helen's Crater, Hiker, and then we're going to be taking out here Dua and Nut. Nut. I'll say Nut. Doe and Nut. How about that? Doe and Nut. Hiker, Doe, and then Nut. I'm sorry, Hiker, Voodoo, Doe, and Nut. We have to be at 210 knots at Voodoo in 5,000 feet. That's important speed restriction. Keep that in mind as into our approach here into runway. I believe it's 10 right. So nice to have that. We'll keep this up for now, I guess, as we come into the area. Nice, gentle flight today. Doesn't seem like it's too rough or anything. We do have our capture at Powell's at 2,000 feet. Since we're already at cruising, go ahead and set that for 2,000. As such. And we'll go ahead as well and go back to, there we go. So we don't have any winds at all. We have 0 winds, which means we should have a pretty smooth landing. No wind correction necessary. No crosswinds. We got scatter clouds at 4,100 feet and broken at 5,000. Also broken at 25,000. The temperature is 11. Dew point is 3. Altimeter is 3021. So we're about 20 miles top of the ascent. So we already got our ILS programmed into the system. Got everything pretty much ready to rock and roll. I don't know why I just went into an Australian accent there, but it is what it is. Our descent here should be a relatively fast one. So we may have to use some brakes, some speed brakes. Well, look, there's top of a mountain. I'm not sure which one that is. Let me see if I can get a better look. It might be Mount, is it Rainier? Rainer? I think it's Rainier. I think that's what that might be. Because it's not the sisters. I know that. You can imagine, though, at night, if you didn't know that was there, you could smack right into it. Almost to our top of the descent here. I'll go and pull up the checklist and see what they want us to do. Altitude select's already set. Engine start switches, they want to go to continuous. And passing through 10,000 go landing lights. Very simplistic checklist here. A lot more simple than the 737-800, which means you got to know your aircraft better because there's still stuff you have to do, but it's just not laid out in the checklist. So this is more like what you'd actually see in a checklist. So we'll just go off what we know. Let's go and pull up our final course. It's going to be 10.3, so courses go to 10.3 on both of these. And heading, we'll also go 10.3, like so. Brakes will go to 3. Not sure how fast we can slow this puppy down once we hit the ground, so gonna do max, well, not max, but close to max brakes, just to make sure. Getting near top of descent, so we'll see how this thing works on its descent. All right, it's began its descent.
Good afternoon, folks. From the cockpit, starting to slow descent at this time.
Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
Fasten up your seatbelts for the duration of the flight. Been a pleasure having you on board with us. Thanks for flying with Delta there. I can fly attendants. Go ahead and prepare the cabin for our arrival, please.
We're gonna pull up our chart again. We're gonna look for our ILS decision altitude. Looks like we are gonna be at 224.
We ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to refill them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any
24.
boxes or other articles you wish to discard. Kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle.
24. Okay, that's complete. So we got our decision altitude set. Of course, it'll be fine. We could do a visual approach today if we wanted to. For Helens, you're gonna be taking 185 to crater. Looks like we don't need to use our speed brakes as of yet. Looks like it's descending quite well. Everything's looking good. Now en route to crater, which is got to be between 13,000 and 10,000. Go and change our altimeter now to the arrival, which is, let's go do a refresh here, 3021. Go ahead and do that. on these. Everything seems to be going quite well. A very, very nice aircraft. Very nice. We'll give it a little bit of drag to help it get down to its 240 knots. Just a little bit. See, I'm not putting a lot, just a little bit of the speed brake there. And release the speed brake.
Lieutenant, please prepare the cab for arrival.
Won't be long now, and we will be on our approach here.
And ladies and gentlemen, the double thing indicates that the aircraft is now on its final approach. And we have a clear to land. At this time, all passengers must remain seated with their seatbelts securely fastened. Your tray tables and carrying items stowed. Seat back in the upright along position, and your aisle armrests are should be lowered. Flight attendants will pass the cabin to complete their final safety check. Please look around your seating area for all remaining cups, glasses, other articles you wish to discard. So much, we'll get back shortly.
Yes, we will. Hopefully we'll have a great landing. Hopefully we'll butter it. Butter it. That's what we want. But we'll see. Again, first flight of the 737-700 I've ever done. So, we'll see. We'll see how we do. We could screw it up. Getting close to a deceleration point where it's going to give us that speed restriction of 210 knots that we're supposed to be at when we hit Voodoo. What in the heck just happened? Just like we got a weather update. That's the only thing I hate about X-Planes. When it updates his weather, it just throws everything crazy off. I'm going to pull up and see what changed here. Nothing changed in regards to the winds and everything. Alright, so now we got our deceleration point has hit, so we'll go ahead and give a little bit of speed brake to get us slowed down by Voodoo. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and lower flaps to 1. Oh, updated the weather again. See what I'm talking about? Just see, now we have winds 340 at 3 knots. Altimeter is now 3022. So what's that? 340 at 3. Okay, that's gonna be. We have a little bit of a tailwind, but it's only 3 knots, so we'll be fine. But in real life, they'd probably direct us to a different approach if the weather was like that. Beautiful scenery. At net, we'll do and drop to 5, flaps 5. Bring up our reference here. 127 is our reference speed. Go ahead and select that. Start making our turn now. Enter another layer of clouds. It's interesting. We have the ILS frequency, and it's pinging the correct identifier of Ida Papa Delta X-ray. It's giving us the course of 104, so we'll go ahead and adjust that as well. Even though the chart said 103, it's giving us a 104. Let's see the airport. Go flaps 10. And we'll go VR lock here in a second. On the VOR lock. We got the runway in sight. Got an aircraft climbing right there. We'll be clear of them. We're fine. Go ahead and activate the approach phase. Oh, those were on. They're supposed to be on by now.
500.
And we'll go flaps 15. Gear will come down. Activate our speed brakes. Waiting for it to capture that glide slope. Okay, everything changed again. I gotta get a better weather engine. Got the glide slope, bring down 127. And drop in flaps at 30. For a final approach here into Portland. It is going to be just about 3 degrees. So waiting for that 1,000 feet mark, and we'll take control of the aircraft. Because we got plenty of visual here today. 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch altitude.
Mr. Pro's altitude set at 5,000. Go ahead and disengage the autopilot. Just bring it around in. 500 feet. 400. Is that something on the runway? No, it's just the numbers. Okay. 300. A little low. Approaching minimums. Ah, we're continuing. Go and turn off the auto throttle. 100.
50.
Over the threshold. Go into idle.
20.
Flaring.
10.
And we have touchdown. Nose come down. Reversers coming out.
80 knots.
Releasing the reversers. And we got applause from the back. Flaps coming up. Speed brakes coming down. A little bit of manual braking here. Bring us out the runway. That'll come off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain.
Well, guys, I love this aircraft. Definitely a lot of fun to fly. Very similar to the 737-800. It's great, man. I love it. I love it. So if you guys are interested, you can download this from Threshold. Go to Threshold. You just Google Threshold X-Plane 11. You can find it on there. Great aircraft. Absolutely love it. I'll actually put the link in the description for you to download if you want. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys up. Oh gosh, I just ruined my catchphrase, didn't I? I will see you guys back up in the sky.